Hey, what's up, everybody? This is my movie review segment called The Truth of. And today's movie, we're talking about Him. Yes, one of the sought after horror films from 2025. I'm going to go in and give you the positive, the negatives about the movie, and at the end, give you an overall score. I won't give too many spoilers when I do these reviews, but let's get right into it. Okay, so Him. One thing that this film did try to do to get more sales is to put Jordan Peele's name all over it. He is a co-producer. He is not the director. He is not the main producer. He is a co-producer. He had a hand most likely within the visuals and aesthetics, which is a plus for this movie. Visually and aesthetically, and scene and color and saturation and transition, the production of the film is good. It's good. I'll give it that. And then once we get into the people within the production, the main actor, Marlon Wayans, someone who is a big dog, someone who just has longevity within movies and production in Hollywood. He gives a stellar performance. The actors, including one of my associates, Guap Dad, he made an appearance, someone who's big from social media and is a rap artist. He has a small little part in it, which is a big win, and that we see within the movie. So the actors, they do great. The actors do great. That's another A+ for the movie. But outside of that, the imagery and the acting, this movie just falls short. And the reasons being that this movie falls short, it's very spotty. The message that they're trying to give off is very spotty. It's pretty much a very typical storyline. You know, basically you have the Tom Brady, or the best quarterback in the league, about to retire, and they're trying to fill in the spot with the new youthful talent that's coming out. And they pretty much jump you right into the scenario, leaving it very ominous. There's somewhat of a supernatural theme that lurks within the movie, but you never really get it full on set. Pretty much you get the main character going into this system of practicing with Marlon, who is the GOAT. There's a lot of imagery and symbolism. If you're a third eye guy or into metaphysics or into symbolism and occult things, you're gonna like the Easter eggs that they throw in there as far as information like that. But as I was saying, with the story being spotty, it's pretty much a very predictable storyline. But within the storyline that they're giving you, it's just erratic. And the other co-star, he's a silent actor, very much like a Keanu Reeves or a Nicolas Cage, people who have very little lines in the movie. He's kind of just has a blank stare through the whole thing. Like, and understandably, you know, you're trying to somewhat achieve your dreams of being a starting quarterback and go through these trials and tribulations. And within that, he kind of finds out even behind the scene stuff that, even along with something in the storyline that leads you to be like, oh, he really doesn't want to do this. It just like I said, it gets everywhere. It's where it's his dream or it's really not his dream. You figure out his family had something to do with the alignment of him even being in this position. As with any athlete, you know, your parents line you up, you know, they take you to practice. They aspire for you to reach the highest level. But there's a point in which he doesn't care. So it's just like, well, what's the point of the story? And the last 15 minutes of the movie, you get this fight scene that's horrible. Though, like I said, the actors are good, that fight scene is horrible. It feels like a climax that never happens. You're waiting for that big moment, and when that big moment does happen, where you feel like the main actor is triumphed and he's moving on to finally be the quarterback, it's such a fucking conjungle of information that just happens and goes on to where he's denying everything, and then people get to exploding, and that ominous entity is just not clarified of what it is, and you have to assume, oh, it's the devil, or it's whatever maleficent entity that needs a sacrifice. So it's pretty typical. It's pretty straight on, straight edge, but there's no creativity done without they're trying to deliver the message, and you're left kind of lost at some parts, and this is just one of those movies where you will fall asleep if you aren't intrigued by sports or just the idea of it being a black production with them trying to smash Jordan Peele's name on it. That's pretty much how you're gonna feel about him. At the end of the day, I gave it, along with the rest of the world within the critics and other people who viewed this movie, 30 within the 30 percentile out of 100. I give it a D-. I give it a 5.3 out of 10. 5.3. This is my first episode. I'm going to hold up papers, add a little bit more emphasis on it. But this movie fell flat. And that's all that there is to it. All right. So I hope that y'all enjoyed that review. I hope that it can give you some clarity on whether you're going to wait for it to hit, media streaming sites, or are you going to go and spend your hard-earned money for those 90 minutes. And another thing, if you'll see a lot of people online appraising it or trying to upbuild it, but it's like I say, it just falls flat. It falls flat. But if you just enjoy A24 type films or the new modern horror, which is more surrealism and creep factor and a little bit more down to earth, a little bit more real time made subject, that's interesting. But it's just, with my expertise, it's just not a good movie. And with that being said, guys, this is my first review for this segment of my channel, The Truth About Movies. To give you a little bit more information about my background, what I'm doing, I've worked in many productions. Not that it matters, I got a degree within marketing and advertising. I've been featured in several indie films. I do a lot of commercial work. As I said, productions, whether it's from modeling and acting to stage sets and whatnot. So I do have the expertise and the eye for production and visuals, and I watch these movies from a producer's mindset, but I also look at it from an audience standpoint, and that's where I'm going to give you guys a analysis and a combined thought on whether it's worth watching, whether it's a good movie or not. But this is my first episode. I look forward to showing you that I am him, and that I can be a hub for you to learn about new films. I'm going to be doing films from all types of categories because, like I said, I'm not biased. I have favoritism within anime, within Western, within horror, within action, within suspense, within thrillers, everything. I'm going to look at a wide range of movies, and I'm going to give you these reviews here. I hope that you can roll with me for the journey. I'm so happy to be here and play this game with you that we call life. All right. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all. And that'll be it.